Welcome to Break Free to Brilliance podcast, empowering women in business through thought provoking interviews and insights. Embrace your authentic power, explore the impact of your story, and discover how writing your best selling book can amplify your message, authority, and the three I's: impact, influence, and income. Let each episode guide you towards brilliance in minutes. This is your host, Seema Giri. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Break Free to Brilliance podcast. This is your friend and host, Seema. I love spending this time with you, and I know you have a lot on your schedule, and I appreciate the time you take to tune in to listen to Break Free to Brilliance. With every episode, you are investing in yourself and in your growth, and I take that very seriously. So, today I want to start with a little personal reflection. Growing up in a culture that is really deep in ancient wisdom and working as an energy practitioner, I'm always fascinated by how our lives shift when we are truly in alignment with our purpose, with our energy, and with the universe. I often guide my clients, my family, and my friends to really live in tune with your own cycles and seasons. Especially for my female clients, I encourage them to structure their activities in a way that syncs with their monthly rhythms, their monthly cycle, because I've seen firsthand when you do that, it makes so much easier to get things done. You are more in flow and in ease. So, this curiosity really led me to question some of the systems and routines that we so blindly follow. For example, why do we rest and vacation in the summer when nature is at its most vibrant and active state? Why do we push ourselves through winter when the earth and so many animals slow down and turn inward? Are we really supporting our well being and purpose, or are we following traditions that might be a little counterintuitive for our bodies and souls? Maybe there's a practical reason for these patterns, or maybe it's time to realign our lives with deeper rhythms of nature and our own energy bodies. So, today I want to explore these questions with you, blending in ancient wisdom with modern research and my own journey as an energy guide. So let's see what we can learn together. So let's start with winter. Because if you look around, nature is giving us a master class in slowing down. Trees shed their leaves, animals hibernate, and the earth itself seems to pause and breathe. I'm not an Ayurveda practitioner or an expert, but I do follow a lot of those guidelines. So in Ayurveda, winter is a time of kapha and vata doshas, qualities that encourage us to ground, nourish, and turn inward. And I've also seen that in many cultures, winter is really for storytelling, warm foods, and extra sleep. It's so hard to get up in those mornings, isn't it? Even our bodies crave heavier meals and more rest. There's a wisdom here. It's a season for rebuilding our strength and not pushing for more. But it really feels like that when winter does come around. So, what if we honored this? Imagine if we planned our deepest rest, reflection, and even vacations in winter when our bodies and minds are naturally primed for it. What if our business slowed down too, making space for visioning, strategy, and really true renewal? As the winter melts away, spring brings a sense of awakening. Buds appear, flowers are blooming, animals are coming back, and that there's a burst of energy everywhere. Ayurveda sees spring as a time to shake off winter's heaviness, detox, lighten up, and gently increase our activity. This is really season for new projects, gentle cleansing, and setting intentions. In my practice, I encourage clients to use spring for brainstorming, starting new habits, or reconnecting with their purpose. So, how would your work and life feel if you allowed yourself to bloom with the season rather than forcing growth in the dead of winter? It's gotten me to think to make some changes. Now, let's talk about summer, the current season that we are in. This season, we usually associate with vacations and slowing down. Kids are out of school, but look at nature. Plants are growing, animals are active, everything is buzzing with life. Ayurveda calls this the Pitta season, full of fire, transformation, and outward energy. And don't you feel a little bit more active in the summer too? Well, modern research backs this up by telling us that people are often more productive and creative in summer, with longer daylight boosting our mood and cognitive performance. So, why do we take these long breaks now? Historically, summer vacations were tied to school calendars and agriculture cycles, not necessarily our body's needs. In reality, summer is a perfect time for our most creative collaborative work or our outward facing projects, while still honoring the need for cooling foods, hydration, and outdoor breaks. What if we use summer's energy for inspired action and saved our deepest rest for winter? Now let's get to autumn. Autumn is all about harvest, gathering the fruits of our labor, celebrating wins, and setting up systems for the quieter months. It's a season for gratitude and closure. And if you've noticed, many cultures have a lot of their holidays and festivals around this time as well. So think about how might your business or personal life shift if you honored autumn as a time for a wrap up, celebrate, and prepare for a rest. So let's combine what the experts and research are saying. Nature, if you look at the nature based work interventions, so let's wrap this up by what do experts and researchers say? Nature based work interventions, these are like outdoor breaks or nature inspired workplaces, are proven to reduce stress, boost mood, and improve focus, even with just a few hours a week. Biophilic design, this is bringing nature into our workplaces. This restores our energy and creativity, especially when aligned with natural light and seasonal rhythm. Ayurveda and circadian science both emphasize syncing our routines with the cycles of nature, not fighting against them. As an energy practitioner, I see this in my clients, and I see this in my clients all the time. When we work with our natural rhythms, we're most productive, more creative, and far less likely to burn out. What if we really worked with the seasons? So imagine a year where winter is time for rest, visioning, and strategic planning. Spring is for new beginnings and gentle action. And then summer is for the bold projects, creativity, collaboration, supported by our outdoor breaks and cooling rituals. Autumn is for harvesting, gratitude, and preparing for rest. Now, my challenge to you is to try aligning just one part of your work or life with the season you're in right now. And notice how your energy, your creativity, and well being shift. And if you're already practicing this, I would love to get your insights and your inputs on this and how it is working out for you. So, as you plan your next vacation, your next project, or your next business retreat, ask yourself, am I following the wisdom of nature or just the calendar? What would it look like if you honored your body, your mind, and the spirit in each season. Thank you for joining me in this deeper exploration. I'd love to hear how you're bringing nature's blueprint into your own work and life. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, you can message me, or you can leave a review with your thoughts, and I will read them. Until next time, this is Seema, and keep breaking free to your brilliance, season by season. And I want to take a moment to mention that the content shared in this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. My guests and I share personal experiences and real life examples that have helped us live our best lives, much like friends sharing stories. While we strive to provide valuable information, it's important to consult with professionals for advice tailored to your individual circumstances. Thank you for being part of our community, and thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, your story is your strength. Until next time, stay inspired and keep making a difference. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Break Free to Brilliance podcast, and I hope you had some key takeaways that you can implement right away. Be sure to subscribe to Break Free to Brilliance wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also follow along with us on social media using the links in the show notes below.